At the beginning of the film, a Chinese couple is seen. Both appear serious and upset because they have recently moved to Canada. They probably need some time to settle. The man goes to work and the lady performs domestic chores. The lady was making dumplings for her husband. This is a Chinese dish, also known as bao. The main character of this movie also goes by this name. The lady, after making bao, dumplings takes them in front of her husband. He was getting late from the office, so after taking bao, he immediately leaves. When the tired lady starts to eat the bao, she immediately stops eating after sensing something. She puts the bao out of her mouth, and then it falls into a basket in which she has brought the food. As it starts to breathe, its tiny hands and feet begin to appear. He starts crying like a small baby, but along with this, he becomes happy. As he begins to consider the lady his mother and starts to rub his face with her face, similar to how young newborns interact with their mothers. This lady also doesn't have any children. She makes this bao dumplings her own son. She starts to live with him as someone lives with their kids. She looks after him and loves him just as much as her own son. Along with this, she becomes happy to see Bao growing up. She still used to measure his height, and even she feeds Bao. Furthermore, when she had to go to the market, she never left Bao alone. Instead, she keeps him with her at all times. One day, the lady and Bao plan to go to the market and eat sweets, and they enjoy themselves a lot that day. Bao develops a great attachment to this lady, and they become very close. As Bao was growing up, the lady was concerned that he is made with flour and is quite weak. He frequently trips while moving or starts to melt. He loses his shape when anything strikes him. The woman tries to be with him constantly because of this and always used to fix him. So she asks Bao to work out with her and practice yoga so he can stay in shape. One day while doing yoga, some children were playing football. Bao also makes an effort to play with them, and whenever he goes with them, he was hit by the football and his shape was damaged. It turned out to be what was feared. The woman grabs Bao and while fixing his shape, she takes him with her. Bao keeps insisting that he must play with those kids, but the lady doesn't allow him to play. After mending him, she takes him home on the train. He, after becoming angry with his mother, sits on the other side of the train by turning his face. Since he doesn't speak to her, now it becomes routine for Bao. He always wants to go out, but his mother forbids him from leaving the house. Still leaves out secretly without letting her know anything. His mother used to look for him frequently, but she couldn't find him. She used to wait hours for him, but Bao has now become careless. He starts to like the world outside, where he used to spend a lot of time. One day, his mother prepares a special meal for Bao. It took a lot of time to prepare that meal, and it was quite delicious. And it appeared to be so delicious if anyone else were there. He could start eating right away, but Bao refuses to eat it and doesn't pay attention to the meal and goes out. The lady tries to stop him, goes after him, but he doesn't stop. As a result, Bao's mother becomes hurt. She furiously starts eating the meal that she had prepared. While waiting for him, the door knocks suddenly. When the lady opens the door, Bao was standing out in the dark at night. He seemed quite proud, and he stands with a girl. The girl shows the lady the rings she was wearing in her hand. It indicates that Bao and the girl got married without this lady's permission. She is quite hurt by this because she had treated Bao well always. He hasn't paid her any compensation, and Bao tells her why he has come here. Bao explains to the lady that I have come to show my wife. Now I am going after packing my bag. Bao packs his bags and starts to leave with his wife. The lady was so furious that she shut the door and warned Bao not to go right away. Even though you've always misbehaved with me, don't leave your mother right now. How much I adore you, yet Bao pays no attention. And as she turned to leave, the lady angrily eats him. She then realizes what she has done right away. Although she consumed Bao as dumplings, she truly lost her son. He'll never return, and later she starts to keep silent. She used to cry even when her spouse questioned what had happened, but she was unable to tell him anything. Later, when the lady was sleeping, Bao comes in front of her as she had just woken up and couldn't see clearly. As she rubbed her eyes, a person appeared in front of her. That was looking like Bao in the shadow. It becomes clear to us that he is their real son, who left them many years ago. Now that he is aware, he has come to ask for forgiveness from his parents. The girl's father shoves him into his mother's room for asking forgiveness. He has now sat with his mother, but the lady doesn't want to talk to him. She lays down after turning her face in the opposite direction. It is discovered that Bao was just her imagination, because she used to miss her son, and that's why she used to be sad always. The child keeps a box near his mother that contains her favorite dish, the same food that his mother once offered him. But he had declined to eat it. However, he now claims that I've brought this for you, and I ask for your forgiveness for leaving you alone. But I believe that we had poor bonding. The lady's heart melts after hearing this. She begins to love him and eats the food with him that he's brought. Together, they experience an emotional moment. They were also eating their favorite food. Later, it is shown that the boy has brought his wife into this home. At this point, everyone was talking happily and eating all the dumplings. In addition, the lady teaches them how to make bao. Her husband, the head of the household, looks at everyone as if he has accepted this relationship. This family is now starting to live happily. The film ends here. Thanks for watching. At the beginning of the film, a Chinese couple is seen. Both appear serious and upset because they have recently moved to Canada. They probably need some time to settle. The man goes to work